Is it really worth spending an extra $100,000 for a similar home and lot in Nocatee instead of Silverleaf? Well, our Facebook group lit up with 44 comments on this exact question, and you won't believe what people had to say. Hey there, I'm Josh Rogers, and I lead the F3 Home Team, where faith, family, and freedom guide everything we do. We asked our Moving to St. Johns County Facebook group, Nocatee versus Silverleaf. Same house, same lot, same size, but $100,000 more in Nocatee? Is it worth it? And the post reached over 2,000 people, and the comments were incredibly insightful. Let's unpack the highlights to help you decide which community might be right for you. One of the first comments came from Eric, who pointed out that an extra $100,000 might add up to about $800 more a month on your monthly mortgage payment. If you're financing that difference, it's not just a one-time cost, it's a long-term commitment. So if you're on a tight budget, that extra expense might be a deal breaker. But if you want certain amenities or a prime location, it might be worth every penny. Personally, I always advise my customers to think about how extra monthly costs will impact our financial flexibility down the road. Another member, Christina, brought up Nocatee's HOA and CDD fees, which can raise your monthly bills. Amanda, on the other hand, loves Silverleaf's no CDD policy, even though the HOA is a bit higher, but still typically less than Nocatee overall. Christina feels she's paying for a certain lifestyle, resort-style pools, social events, proximity to the beach, while Amanda is excited about Silverleaf's second amenity center already under construction and a third one planned for the future. For me, it boils down to how you see yourself living day to day. Do you want a water park in your backyard, or would you rather build your own pool and pay lower fees? Another member, Tommy, pointed out that Nocatee is only 5 or 6 miles from the ocean and mostly built out, so there's less chance of constant construction. Silverleaf is further inland with ongoing development for the next 10 plus years. So if you love the beach and hate construction zones, Nocatee might be the better pick. But if you're okay with some dust and future development in exchange for lower cost, Silverleaf could be your sweet spot. Personally, our family loves going to the beach, but if you only go once a month, it may not be worth the money for you. Members Lance and Whitney chose Nocatee for their young kids, big amenities, social events, and a community that's super family friendly. Joe and Ann, empty nesters, said they didn't need the splash parks or water slides, so they opted for Silverleaf. Lisa, who's also an empty nester, used the money she'd saved to build her own private pool. I love how this really highlights how personal these choices are. So if you're hosting birthday parties every weekend, Nocatee's amenities might be worth it for you. If you're more into peaceful afternoons by your own pool, Silverleaf could be the perfect fit. One of the members, Ignacio, mentioned Silverleaf will be a construction zone for years to come, but that also means potential for growth in property values. If you can handle a bit of the chaos now, you might see a nicer return once the area is fully built out. We always tell our customers to consider whether they can live with construction noise and detours if it means getting in early on a neighborhood that's on the rise. Now, Emmeline brought up insurance costs. Being closer to the coast can mean higher premiums. So if you choose Nocatee, you might pay more there. Meanwhile, living inland in Silverleaf could lower insurance. For some people, these details are really important. My personal take is this: if you have young kids or really value resort-style living, Nocatee's amenities and location might be worth the extra $100,000. If you're more budget-focused, prefer your own backyard oasis, and don't need giant splash parks, Silverleaf is a strong alternative, especially with no CDD fees. Either way, do the math, factor in the commute times, and be honest about your lifestyle and priorities. This is a huge decision, so it should fit both your finances and how you actually want to live day to day. So Nocatee versus Silverleaf, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It simply depends on your stage of life, budget, and whether you want that built-in resort vibe or the freedom to customize your own space. Each family's situation and goals are different, and that's why most families will just take 60 seconds and send us a quick text. That way we can find out what your goals are and put together a great game plan and strategy that fits your needs. My hope is by watching these videos, we're able to establish some trust and rapport and make you feel comfortable reaching out to us. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.